everybody. Melissa here. Welcome to Cruise Shop Save. Okay, I'm just so excited. I'm tripping over my words because I'm so excited about my guest. It's Emma Cruises. But before I bring her on, she's waiting in the wings to come and talk to you. I just want to tell you what Cruise Shop Save is all about. Cruise Shop Save is about linking all you cruisers up with great businesses and things to do and retail shops and tours and just tips and money saving, all the great businesses that are in the cruise ship destination. So I'm doing blogs. I do this live on a Friday night. I'd love it if you would subscribe. Some of you already have. That's great. To my YouTube channel. I also have Facebook and all that. And Emma actually helps me. So she is my mentor. So without further ado, because you don't want to hear me banging on for the whole hour, here she is, my wonderful guest, Emma Cruises.
Hi. I have never seen so much energy in the first 20 seconds of a live stream. That was amazing. I was kind of count down, and I almost expected it to go on me just because I'm used to kind of being on the other side. So I was like, and then all that energy came out. That was amazing.
I know. I'm so excited. All week long, it's been a really busy week, and I've just been going, yeah, but I'm talking to Emma at the end of the cruise on Friday.
So nice.
End of the cruise. I'm already on the cruise.
Yay. I see my mum is in the chat. Hello to my mum.
Yes. Hi, Emma's mum. And oh my God, we've got tons of people. There was people already here waiting for you. Mary and Lou is already here. And hi, everybody. Thank you for coming to my little show. And Emma has already been talking about cruises for 2 hours. You were interviewing Dave Monk, right?
Yeah, I was. It was good. It was really fun. I know Dave quite well, so it was nice to just catch up with him, even on just a personal level, because I haven't seen him last year. But it was really good. Yeah, really nice.
Cool. Yeah, well, I mean, I know a lot of people do know you, but let me just introduce you for anybody that's watching this that doesn't just happens to not know who you are, which is hardly anybody. But you are Emma Cruises. You are an award-winning cruise blogger, and you have an amazing YouTube channel, and you just reached a milestone on your YouTube channel. You want to tell us all what it is?
Well, you're thinking that I just past 50,000, I think. And I think I might have passed 55 since we've been kind of on here. So maybe almost 55, which is crazy. I can't comprehend 50.
Gosh.
1,000 people, to be honest. 55,000.
Well, wait, so the last time that in a week?
It was 3 days ago.
3 days.
I just checked. I think I'm on. I think so. Yeah, I'm on 54,967.
Okay, people. Anybody out there?
Yeah,
you need to
please.
Subscribe to Emma Cruises. Actually, let me get the banner up.
Crazy.
You know what? I'm so excited. I'm not even doing my job. There we go. We've got some comments. Should we bring some comments up for everyone to see? Here's Pete. Hi, Pete. How are you? Chris is here. Yeah, yes, very well said. Congratulations. Hi,
Thanks.
Chris. Yes. So 59.9. Oh, this is so close.
It's great.
Tom says, Chattanooga. I love that. Oh, here we go. Francisco says, what a great way to end the week. Emma while driving to Chicago and Emma driving away from Chicago.
Oh, wow. Thanks for that one, Francisco.
Oh, we've got Tracy, who's in New Zealand.
Goodness.
And they have Mary and Tom. Okay, sorry. I wondered what that was. Do you find that on your show? You find that people are just having conversations?
Yeah. It's so tricky. I make people write question now so that I can pick out what's just people talking, which is great for everybody to talk, but I don't want to interrupt someone's conversation.
No, I know, and I just interrupted someone's conversation. So sorry about that. We got Bill. He said Indiana Hoosier here. Oh, see, I still don't even know what Hoosier is. He needs to tell me one day. Cool. Oh my God. Okay, so we could be on the chat the whole time, but any questions you have for Emma, then stick them in there and we'll ask them. But I've got a ton of questions. I know it's not all about me, but I do have a ton of questions. So we were just chatting earlier, and because you're young, you are, and I made a mistake with your age, and I do apologize. Now 27.
I'm 27. Yep.
Not 26.
27.
27, and you are booked on a cruise out of the UK, MSC.
Yes. So I'm booked on the MSC Virtuosa because, rightly so, I'm priority group 13 of 13 to get my vaccine because I'm 27. So MSC are not requiring vaccines. I love MSC. I've cruised on the Meraviglia before, and Virtuosa is just the big sister version. So I already know I'm going to like that cruise ship. And yeah, I've booked just a four-night one to get on board, test out what's happening on there. And it'll be good. I can't really imagine going on a cruise anymore, which sounds strange. I know it's only a year, but things have changed.
I know when you drive towards a ship and it just starts to come into view.
You cry.
Do you get the butterflies?
I'll probably cry.
Oh, you cry.
That won't be very good.
I will. I think I will too. I'll cry at a lot of things, actually.
I mean, it's going to be a good cruise. So it's only got 1,000 passengers on there, and it's supposed to hold 6,000. So how often do you get the chance to cruise on a cruise ship that's a sixth full? If you try to pay for that, it would be like lottery pricing, wouldn't it? So,
and you won't have to queue. No queuing for anything.
Hopefully not.
That sounds amazing. So when are you going?
I'm on the first one, May 20th, if all goes to plan with everything.
Awesome. That's so cool. Oh my God, that's so cool. And where are you going?
Oh, it just goes to Portland Island, I think. Devon?
Yeah.
Where it goes.
You actually don't really care, do you?
I don't care at all. I don't know if will I get off? I don't know. We'll think about that at the time.
No, I mean, if the weather's nice, if it's not raining.
Yeah, I think it makes a big difference. Yeah, I think it's more of a kind of day at the beach kind of port stop, which might be nice. But if it's raining, I might stay and drink my drinks and eat my food.
Pete says, Emma, what's the first thing you'll do when you're back on board in May?
Realistically, I'm sure I'll go to the buffet straight away and pick up some snacks, probably. And I'll do that thing where you run around and you try and see everything really, really quickly and just explore the ship and, head to my cabin and then be like, go see something else, stop off for a drink. And I've got drinks included on this cruise. So
nice.
All the bars and
Well, speaking of drinks, in your honor.
Oh, yeah.
I have squash.
Good. I've got squash too. This is posh squash. It's Bimpto.
That does look posh. Mine's Robinson's cheap stuff.
It's very nice.
Oh, that's sweet. Thanks, Jeff. Yeah, well, I'm just really excited. So thank you very much. Big hugs to you as well. Tipsy Emma. On our first cruise.
I got to make the most out of the cruise there.
Yeah, totally. So,
so I booked an inside cabin for this one. I always book inside cabins, but I feel like out of all the cruises I've ever booked, the cruise that is a sixth full, surely that's my best chance of an upgrade. So if I'm in an inside cabin, that's obviously fine. I booked an inside cabin. I stayed inside on Meraviglia, lovely inside cabin. If they have spare room, I'm up for that, Lou. Thanks, Lou, also who joined this live after joining my other live. I appreciate that.
So you were just saying that you just did a live with Dave Monk, and I'm a big fan of Dave Monk. I get my news from him, and I just share everything that he puts out. Was there any nuggets from your? And unfortunately, I couldn't watch it because I was getting ready for this show. But I watch it on your YouTube channel. But was there any nuggets that came out of that?
We were just kind of talking about. I mean, Dave's been a journalist longer than I've been alive. So he's kind of got a really interesting journalist perspective on. We've done so many trips together, shipyards to new ships. and he's always there kind of with a deadline to write something for a newspaper. And I'm always there on the kind of, you know, influencery side. So we just talked about kind of what we've been up to for the last couple of years, and just really nice to talk to Dave. I think every time he says something, I trust it as being true news. I kind of use him as my filter. If Dave said something, then it's true. If Dave hasn't said it, I'm not going to share it on the internet, just in case.
Yeah, I agree. He's very trustworthy news. And I just don't. So everyone out there, if you are looking for very accurate and very well written cruise
news, so fast.
Dave gets it out before anybody. Definitely follow Dave. Well, I follow him on LinkedIn.
Oh, do you? Oh, my LinkedIn.
You have to do.
There's nothing cruise related on my LinkedIn. It's all, I did maths at university and I work in data development, and that's what that says. So that's no use. I mean, he's in our Facebook group, he's on Twitter, he's on Instagram. Dave's he's just called Shipmonk, at Shipmonk, because his name's Dave Monk and ships. So that's why.
That's great. Shipmonk. Yes, so definitely follow him. So we've got some more great. If you see me looking over here, I'm not listening to Emma, because someone last said to me, "What are you looking at?" I'm like, I'm looking at everyone's comments. They're coming in hard and fast here, and I don't want to miss anything.
I get that.
If you see something as well, can you read? Can you put them up, or?
I don't have any power. I'm just sat.
Okay, here it is. Well, so Phil, that's really helpful. That's exactly who you should be following in Shipmonk. So Chris says, here we go. With nearly all cruise lines coming to the UK to start, do you think bookings will struggle because of the amount of ships? Here in Greece, we have the new Silver Moon coming.
No, I think there's way more people that want to go on a cruise than cruise ship space. And if you want to go on a cruise, you have to pay the prices that they're charging. Some have sold out. So many have sold out. Some have sold out before they've even gone on sale. So I think we could have double the amount of ships here and we'd still fill them up, to be honest. Especially when it starts. I mean, they've sold out now before anyone has seen anything. When people see other people's cruises, I think we're just going to get more and more. So I think we're good. I think we're
I think we're good. I think we're good. There's so much pent up demand. And I think that people really should jump on and cruise as soon as they can, because I think the demand is going to go up and up and up, and then the prices are going to go up. So Andy and Christy, hi guys, how are you? We're looking forward to our first ever balcony cabin this summer. It's going to change our experience massively. Do you think?
Kind of, yes. I mean, I have stayed in balconies and then gone back inside. So don't believe people who say, you never go back once you've got a balcony. Balconies are great. It depends where you are as well, what the weather's like. Are you going to be out on the balcony, or are you cruising?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm on the fence. I'm on the balcony rail with that. But if I'm honest, if I'm in a cabin with a balcony, I'm not out on the balcony much.
Depends where you are. I mean, if you're cruising Norwegian fjords, then get a balcony and look at that stuff. But if you're cruising from the UK to like some of the industrial ports, Amsterdam or something, like there's nothing to see. It's probably raining anyway, so save the money, spend it on something else, I'd say normally. But balconies are fantastic. If you can cruise in a balcony, why not?
Yeah, because you've done a course as well, haven't you, on how to save 60%?
I do.
So do you want to tell us all about that?
Yeah, so I didn't mean to, but I've built myself up a reputation for being the person who does the cheapest cruises, out of season, the cheapest cabins, and I always had people ask me, how do you know someone inside? How did you book it for, like, I think the cheapest I've done is £38 a night, which is cheaper than a travel lodge. So I did put together a course. If you go to emmacruises.com, there's a big course button on there. And that's kind of the process that I go through when I book a cruise, how to find it, how to book it, everything like that. Because I think everyone should be able to cruise. Like, the fact that people think, well, cruising's just for rich people, it so isn't. And I'm proof of that, I think. So emmacruises.com, everything is on there.
Cool. I was just reading some of these comments. because so Christopher's asked a question of both of us. What ship and moment gave you that wow moment you will never ever forget? Wow, how long you got? Jeez.
Yeah, I think every cruise I've ever been on has one of those. I don't know. I mean, my first cruise I took when I was 11. So my first memories of cruising is kind of going up and down in the elevators, running to the buffet while my parents were in the main restaurant, and just having a really good time. I was cruising with my cousins and my brother, so I had like people my own age. And I mean, from then, like I liked cruising from age 11. So every cruise, I think, every day, I think I've got some sort of wow moment, or a sail away, or great meal, or watching like an amazing show in the theatre.
A meal.
Yeah.
A burger.
Yeah, I mean, anything.
Yeah, so many. I think you're right. It's a great question, Chris. I really appreciate it. But it is, and I know you love cruising as well. So it's just every single cruise has got something to give. There's not a cruise I've ever disliked, ever.
Me neither. Nope.
Ever. Yeah. So Pete has asked, are you rebranding again, Emma? Cruising isn't just for rich people.
I'm not, but also, yes, I stand by that.
That's so funny. So we were just talking about this course, and I did it. It's really great. It's really great work. So, but you claim that when you do your course, you can save 60%. I mean, I'm not telling you to tell us all about your course, but what are some of the tips? Could you share some of the tips with us?
Yeah, so I think because I've been cruising since I was a child and a teenager, my parents are very savvy. We always book great cruises, so I kind of grew up with that. And I would talk to people, or people would ask me for help booking cruises. And the way that they were doing it, it would cost so much that I didn't even realize people didn't know the things that I knew, if that makes sense. So even things like, so sometimes I was speaking to someone recently, he was booking a cruise and they had to stay in the summer holidays, and they were going, I can't remember where they were going, but the school holidays there were just 1 week different from ours. And just booking that week, we just shifted them like a week further forward, and it was half the price. Just little things like that you might not even think about. And I just, why don't we just check like the fringe dates, because different countries have summer holidays. Genuinely half the price. I've done cruises over Christmas, and then I've done cruises 2 weeks into January. The same cruise, less than half the price. Things like that, just slight, not even really doing something dramatically different, but just slight little on things. I've grown up doing those things, getting cash back, stuff like that from websites to see other people book. You're booking a Princess Cruise direct and you're not getting the cash back. Like, why? So things like that.
You're right, though, and as well, you're talking about Christmas. January, for me, it's blues January, right? Because
so much.
In the UK, it's the deep, dark depths of winter. Everyone's took all the lovely Christmas lights down, and I love to go away in January. I have to have something to look forward to, and it's good to know that it's less expensive. Yeah,
I've done Mediterranean cruises at the end of January. I took some of my friends on their first cruise. We took some family on their first cruise. It was so cheap. It was an MSC cruise, a week-long cruise in the Mediterranean, including flights, the night in Barcelona. It was like £380. So I was thinking, because it was in January, like no one wants to cruise in January. But what are your options? If you're here in the UK, it's going to be rainy and cold. If you go to the Mediterranean, you see the sky is blue and the day is longer. Still not that warm, but you're not wearing a coat. So I think it's well worth doing a cruise in November, cruising out of season all the time, because I mean you still have to exist during the out of season. You might as well be on a cruise.
Right, exactly. No, I totally agree with you. My opinion, I mean, just my own opinion, I'm not saying this is yours, but I actually think England's quite nice in summer. England's
it can be.
It can be.
And also for me, there's no need for me to go away in August. Why would I go in school holidays? And I would prefer the cruises without the kids on them. Like, to be quite honest with you, I don't have my own kids, so I prefer to go in school time. Like, just makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Gainer, who's this?
August cruises seem to be cheaper after 22nd of August in the UK. Don't know what you mean by that, Mum.
And
so we had Iona booked for this January, me and Mum, and it was cancelled, and Mum is still really upset about it. P&O didn't do any kind of lift and shift option where you could keep the same price, and it was much more expensive, so we got a refund on that. We've booked some other P&O cruises, but Mum is pining for Iona all the time.
I'm with you, Gaina. I'm pining for Iona. I've heard it's amazing, amazing, amazing.
Yeah, I'll get there at some point. It's just, it would just be nice. Oh well.
So you've got MSC booked. Do you have any more booked?
Yeah, I have a couple of P&O cruises, like talking about cruising in November and December on the older ships because they were so unbelievably cheap. We're talking £50 a night. And I thought, you look at kind of, I'd love to be able to cruise a P&O this summer. I can't because I'm not vaccinated yet. But for the price of a 4-day one in summer, I can do like a 10-night cruise in November. So I've done a couple of those. And I've got cruises that are just supposed to happen this year and been pushed forward. So I've got activities next May and then a British Isles cruise next August. Just because I had sound logic that cruises would restart with British Isles cruises in August. So I booked one and it got cancelled to make way for British Isles cruises. So it's just a push it forward a year. My logic was sound, but the cruise didn't happen.
Yeah. And which one are you looking forward to the most? Which cruise line?
I don't know. I'm looking forward to getting back to Princess again. I do miss Princess, but I'm also looking forward to Anthem of the Seas because that just seems cool. So
I know that's really cool. And what about? All right, so this is like how long is a piece of string?
Okay.
When do you think international cruises will come back where we can fly to Miami, get on a ship, go around the Caribbean?
Yeah, I'm not thinking, sorry, America, but I think most of 2021 is going to be America working out things, and I don't see too many cruises happening because they're not going to happen all at once. It's going to be Carnival in 2 ships, 3 ships, 4 ships, and it's going to take a while to build back up. I think it's more about kind of different countries are going to let people in, which is, I have no idea. So, yeah, I'm sticking closer to home for the foreseeable future just because it's so much easier. If I did test positive for COVID, I haven't got to worry about quarantining in a country. I just drive home, to be honest. So, I think it's easier short term, 2021 at least. And then 2022, I think things can get a lot more normal at least.
Yeah, well, they have one solution. There's several ships sailing out the Bahamas, as you know. St. Martin, I know the cruise lines were all down there looking at that port for embarking to be a home port. Cozumel was Barbados. Is Cozumel as well?
I think so.
Cozumel.
Yeah, I think so.
What are your thoughts on that? Like, you've been to these ports, right?
Yes,
because I know people and they've got their doubts on the logistics of it all. What do you think?
I just think how frustrating if you live by like Miami cruise port and then you're flying to the Caribbean to take a cruise that, people are doing it anyway. I find it really weird to watch the US because they seem to be doing whatever they want anyway. To me, at least, I see people in theme parks. I see people, I understand here we're not doing right now because we're in a lockdown. In America, I don't understand it so much. So
I don't understand either. And I tell you what, I heard the other. Maybe people can help us if there's anyone here from Canada. The rollout's not going that fast in Canada, that shocked me because they've got a really robust healthcare system. I mean, this isn't a conversation about the vaccination or anything like that. It's about cruising, but that did shock me. And the whole Alaska. Have you cruised Alaska before?
Only when I was 11.
Oh, you were 11?
Yeah, I don't know if that counts or not. Technically, yes, but yeah, I'm not sure about Canada. I haven't really heard too much about their rollouts. But they have cruises from Canada in 2021 at all. So your only option would be to fly somewhere else to get a cruise if you're in Canada.
Yeah, exactly. But well, let's see who. A lot of people saying said he loved the British Isles cruise and loved the Scotland locations. Went to the Open at the on the cruise at Conosti. I think I don't know what that is, but awesome. So okay, okay. Canada is still no cruise till February 2022. Okay. Ooh.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So some places are out more here, Emma. I haven't even been in a restaurant in over a year in the US. Gosh, but Florida, I've seen friends in Florida. They're like going, is it different state to state?
Yeah, I think they have lots of levels of different controls, don't they, in the US? So some places are a lot more locked down than others. Whereas here it is one rule for all, isn't it? A bit different in the US.
Yeah.
But yeah, strange. I've been to one restaurant within the last year, once last summer, and they were trying to make us eat out. I did it once.
Wow.
So going on a cruise and just being able to eat, like even that, I can't imagine eating out 3 meals a day. It's gonna be so good.
Eating food that you haven't cooked.
I mean, I don't cook really at home anyway.
That's so funny. So Pete says he's got booked in 2023. Bliss Atlantic. Wow, that'll be fun. Big Bob's here. Hi, Big Bob. Big Bob was a guest once before. I think the US will lose a lot of ships to other locations becoming home ports. Yeah, I agree. Each state is doing their own thing. Everyone is saying. So going back to something you said earlier, because here in the UK we're going to have the traffic light system. So if we did want to go abroad,
yeah,
the countries are red, green, red, amber. And I haven't really read about, but how annoyed would you be if you went on holiday, halfway through your holiday, it changed?
Yeah, I don't know what would happen with, I mean, if you're on a cruise, would they say, nah, we're not going there anymore and just do a sea day, something like that maybe? I think they'd prefer that rather than, risk it, wouldn't they? They can't spend time, so maybe it would just be, we'll only visit certain ones, maybe.
Yeah.
I think.
I do think, with cruise ships, when there's bad weather or anything happens, they do have that flexibility. And I think if someone is going on a cruise for the destination, I would be very open-minded about that. I would, you're just going to have to go.
Yeah, especially now. I mean, I would say a quarter of my cruises have had ports cancelled, I'd say, probably due to political something and different things. So, I mean, obviously cruise for the destination, but I tend to think of it as, I'm doing a cruise to Norway because I really want to go to Norway, not I really want to go to Bergen, particularly, because at any point it can change.
Yeah. I mean, I've been on cruise ships where we haven't gone somewhere and people have gotten pretty upset, that they were in the Mediterranean place, iconic ports. People have got pretty upset, but I do think that moving forward, it should be a given that they might not go to a different country.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping everyone will just be grateful for anything. I will. Genuinely, what is the most exciting thing in my day? Like a walk now. So to be walking on a cruise ship, in itself, that's enough for me. But yeah, hopefully short term people will realize. I think they will. Maybe the cruise lines would help with that and say that this may change, but they're not going to do that, I think.
No, I'm just thinking of you, because I don't have any cruises booked. I'm just thinking of you going on that ship in May. I'm just so excited. Are you going to do it sort of live streaming or?
I don't know. I'm sure I'll film everything. I'll probably prefer to do it as, I'll be updating Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and stuff. But I prefer to do it kind of as a full story. Like on my channel, I've done quite a lot of kind of, telling the story of a cruise. And I think it would be nicer to do it like that. I don't really ever want to be one of these cruise bloggers wandering around with a big camera and everyone looking at me. Like, I just want to be a normal person on a cruise. I want to get like the proper cruise. If you're being like a TV show the whole time, I don't enjoy that. I find that really stressful. So I think I'll probably come back and do like my first, cruise after COVID, something like that.
Yeah, cool. I look forward to that. I really look forward to that. So, okay, well, let's just go back to when it all began, because we've mentioned that you mentioned that you were 11 years old when you did your first cruise. Yes. So you were 11. Where did you go and on what ship?
So we did a cruise around Alaska. Technically, it was a 2-part cruise. So it was an Alaska and Hawaii cruise. What a way! I haven't even beaten that since before. But some family member who I didn't really know passed away, left someone in my family some money, and they took us on a cruise. Like, that was the thing. Yeah, with my cousins, my aunties, my uncles, and we went to Alaska on the Norwegian Spirit, and then Hawaii on what was Pride of Aloha, which changed it's one of the other ships now, or they don't have it. But yeah, Alaska, Norwegian Spirit, who I have cruised on since, which is really cool. So kind of full circle with that ship.
Yeah. And so you were 11 years old, and you just posted a picture actually of your I just thought, you haven't changed much, to be honest.
Why not?
No, you're so cute. Like, the picture, I was like, that's me.
Yeah, no, I'm like wearing a big jumper that my gran knitted me in that one, and we're all my cousins matching jumpers and stuff. But no, it was great fun. I didn't obviously appreciate the places we went to in the same way I would now, or the cruise in the same way. It was just, fun to eat and run around, a bit of freedom from my parents. Even at 11, it was just exciting. So yeah, loved it.
The freedom is unbelievable, isn't it, for kids? You do, like on the ship, you do see the kids, and they've got amazing youth programs on all these ships. Really great. Well, I can say all of them. Some are better,
Yeah, I think they all have something. Even if you're doing like a Cunard cruise, they still have the stuff for kids on there. But I did Norwegian Cruise Line for most of my childhood and teenage years. Like every 2 or 3 years, they take a cruise. So I've been in the teen clubs. I've been the kids who sit on the stairs and are really annoying and all of that stuff. So I've been through all those. I've been through all those stages, like hanging around in the hot tubs with my teenager friends, and I've been all the way through, out the other side.
Brilliant. It's really great for kids because you can pretend like you're all grown up, because you see the kids going up the car, and they're like, I'm not saying this was you. But they're like, please.
That was me. Yeah, we often had soda packages and stuff, and you've got the cups you used to get on Norwegian stuff.
And you just see the kids are so excited, and they're running around right by the pool, and then they're playing a bit of table tennis, and then they're running around to something else.
It's so fun.
Great for kids. It's so great for kids. So what happened after that? So you were obviously hooked. Then
so I would say every kind of 2 or 3 years we would do a cruise. Like we did a Baltic cruise, I think was my next cruise, nice rainy Baltic cruise, wandering around Germany and Poland and stuff in the rain, which was also good. I was kind of a grumpy teenager by that point, so I look at all my photos and I'm just like not that interested. Yeah, exactly. We would do like the Bahamas, and we'd have 4 of us in a cabin, and fine. Nice. And then when I took a Cunard cruise with my parents and my brother, I started a website, a YouTube channel, because I thought, what is this? What is this place? Because I cruise with Norwegian, I cruise with MSC. They're very, very casual, no dress codes, and very relaxed dress codes. I was a kid, I was running around, I was having fun. And then my parents wanted to do a Cunard cruise, asked me and my brother if we wanted to come. Of course, I want to go on a cruise. And dress codes after 6 p.m. everywhere, very, very strict. And I thought, I didn't know this. So I started a website called, I think I wrote 7 things you should know before you cruise with Cunard. I think it's still on my website. I don't know. And since then, I've just carried on with that. So yeah, it just kind of made me realize, because people would say to me before that, cruising's so boring, it's so formal, and told people and stuff, and I'd be thinking like, what? Based on my experience cruising with Norwegian and MSC, what? Where are you thinking about the Titanic? Like, where did you get this information from? Then I cruise and I was like, they're thinking of this. Like, everyone thinks this is what it is.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be that. Like, it can, but it doesn't have to be Cunard. So
I agree. So so you started this website when you were 16, but it wasn't called Emma Cruises, was it? It was called
cruisingIsn'tJustForOldPeople.com, because I thought that was funny, and I still think it's funny, but as far as a business name goes, that's incredibly long and hard to type in. I never even managed to type it right. And I started a YouTube channel. Cruising Isn't for Old People was way too long for a YouTube name, so I was Emma Cruises on YouTube. And then the most searched thing to my website was Emma Cruises, so I thought I might just change this to EmmaCruises.com, keep everything the same. I still think it's not just for old people, but Emma Cruises is now a website.
But what are you going to do? Yeah, because it is good. Because what are you going to do when you're old?
Exactly. Yeah, I was like, well, do I change it? Like, I don't know. So
just for young people.
Exactly. Yeah. Pass it down to someone who's younger.
So you did that at 16 and you're now 27. So for 10 years you've been blogging.
It was in 2016. So it was 4 or 5 years. Yeah. I was 20 something. I don't know how old it was. But so like 5 years in total. I did that for since then. Since then, every day since then.
And so how many blogs do you write a week? Like, how much content do you put out?
So on my website, I try now maybe 3 or 4 a week in a good week.
Wow.
On YouTube, I try and do at least 1, sometimes 2 full-length videos, plus a YouTube short, plus YouTube lives, plus lives like this and podcasts. I do various other stuff. Yeah. I'd say like probably 5 proper like blog posts or full videos per week at least. It's YouTube editing that takes me all the time, really. It can take me like 10, 15 hours to edit a video, longer maybe. It's a really long time, but it's fun. It is fun, or I wouldn't do it. And I love all of that stuff. Like, for my website, it's very different content than I put on YouTube. But I love, like, I just wrote one about the Titanic and the electricity board. Like, I love looking at that. And you just see someone asked it, and I'm like, that's a good point. Like, I guess it's electric. And then you start looking at like what they used it for. I just totally nerd out about that stuff. So it's nice to have. But I wouldn't really put that on YouTube. Like, I don't think anyone's that interested. But it's good. Yeah.
You are.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. But so what I want to know is, you recently quit your full-time job a month ago. So how the heck did you put out 5 pieces of content? And the videos obviously take a lot longer. How did you do that on top of a full-time job?
I mean, it was just doing another full-time job, but every evening and every weekend. And I hadn't taken a day, even Christmas, like I wouldn't take a day off. I'd always be doing something cruise related for 4 years. So I just got used to it, I guess. And I did it because I liked it, and it's quite nice. My day job was in data development. It was coding. It was mathsy. So to be able to, like, in the evening, film something, or something, like, it was quite a nice brain switch. I mean, as far as the day job went, it was 9 to 5, an hour for lunch, and like I did that, and I did nothing else. I did that. I came home, and it gave me quite a lot of spare time. Really, I have no one else after apart from Hudson. Even his food is on a timer. I don't have to feed him. So, like, all of my spare time, that's what I've done for 4 or 5 years. I will say, when cruising shut down, I had so many people say, "Oh, why don't you start a website about some of your other hobbies?" I was like, "How do you think I have time for any? Like, I don't do anything else." I probably have time now, but I just carried on. I was like, they'll come back. And they have come back, and now everyone's looking for cruises again. So it's good.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting because when cruises stopped, obviously we were all devastated, and I think it made me start my own platform. You know, and you helped me a lot, actually. And I just want to say thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You're helping me a lot, and I'm nowhere near. I don't even put out that much content. It takes me about 5 hours to write one blog, because I'm still trying to figure it out, because it is an art, isn't it? But I just think it's remarkable. And when it all happened, you know, I love cruising, and I just thought, I don't want to get depressed, so I want to stay immersed in it. And so there's this whole movement of people and groups, and we've all sort of gotten together, and I've made like loads of friends, like you, no Cruise Control, Cruises with Amber, Taylor, the Tyler Show. Oh my God, Dave Monk. Like, I never used to follow them. Someone keeps saying here, I haven't seen it, but Chris McCluskey, sorry to like cut in like that. He's mentioned this video a couple of times, so I haven't seen it.
Yeah, so do you remember there was a cruise line called Easy Cruise? It was by the EasyJet founders.
Yeah, I heard of it.
Yeah, so I made a video about this, because this was another thing that I started writing a blog post about. I was answering the question, what happens to Easy Cruise? And it turns out it's very interesting. So I made a video talking about, you know, you can cruise for $10 a night on Easy Cruise. There's no food included. There's no housekeeping. This is what the rooms look like. And I went through talking about, you know, the business model didn't make any sense, and they failed because they didn't have any chance to make any money. But it was a really interesting cruise line. So that's a blog post I started that changed into a video. And I think that video is done really well, because it's not just people who like cruising who are interested in that. They're like, oh, I remember the TV show or something. I saw that orange ship somewhere. So yeah, that was a really fun video to make. That's kind of the interest stuff that I like. It's all true. It's crazy, but it happened. It's real. It was hard to research that though, because it went out of business in 2009, 2010, and there aren't photos on the internet. In this, a cruise ship now, there's thousands of photos of everything. Just wasn't like 2010, so it was quite tricky. But people just share their cabin photos and stuff, so it was good. Spoke to some people who were on board, worked and stuff, and yeah, it was nice. I get comments sometimes that say like, "Oh, I worked on board, and this is totally right," and I'm like, "Phew."
Brilliant. I'll have to look for that one, because I haven't seen that one.
It's really interesting. I think you'll like that story, because it's an interesting cruise line. Yeah. Yeah, it had its own TV show. Early Oscar founder, so big orange.
Quite a few things that have come and gone. That's one of them. And then recently, the Bitcoin, was it the Bitcoin ship?
Oh, cruise ship, yeah, cryptocurrency ship.
Cryptocurrency, yeah.
And I think there was the one that everyone was going to buy apartments on for a while, weren't they? And that didn't happen.
Oh yeah. Well, there was the World, and that's still going, but I think that's still going because nobody owns it. The people that own the apartments own it. So and they're very wealthy.
It's a strange one.
Fact,
I don't know about that.
If he's still here, he worked on it. If he's still watching, Bob L, he's been watching a YouTube channel. He was the cruise director on that ship.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's interesting. But so what's Lloyd's of London refused to insure
well, that's not going to work.
That's hilarious. Of course. Dude, that's so funny. He said the world is great. Yeah, it is. So what's next? Can we have a little sneak? So do you plan, what you're going to put out the next week and stuff like that? Like, can we get a little sneak about what's going on next week?
I'll bounce an idea off of you that I've had recently. Okay. I haven't decided to do it yet, but it comes up on my time hop, the things I shared last year and the YouTube videos I put out last year, which was, I think it was like, will we cruise in 6 months? And I watched the video and it is so cringy that I think I might do a video like, we were totally wrong a year ago. There's clips of me in there being like, I'm sure it'll blow over. It's like so awkward. So I might do like a reflection on what we thought a year ago and how things have changed since then. Just for a bit of like, if you can't laugh at yourself, then who can you laugh at? So I might laugh at myself. And when everyone will never be inside cabins again, we'll never have buffets again. And in the end, all they did was just Kongs around. Like it wasn't that dramatic. So, and
Yeah.
also, a lot of people watch those videos at the beginning, and they may still think that those things are true. So it might be nice to kind of go back and say like, oh, I have just booked an inside cabin for May, so they still exist. Don't listen to that. It's fine. There was talk about not having inside swimming pools and stuff, which everyone got in an uproar about, and that never came about. My mum says it sounds great. I guess I have to do it then.
I think that is a great idea and highly entertaining.
I might do it like what's the YouTube channel, you know, where kids react to something, and just have me with like a laptop, and I just think it'll be funny. If nothing else, just laugh at ourselves. Yeah, Lou made a point. Clips of Tony, Don, and Gary, what they were predicting. Yeah, I might have to ask them if I can use clips of them. I don't want just let me make a video saying Tony was wrong or something like that. I'm sure he would let me, but I'll have
no, that sounds really good. So
just wrong this time last year. I thought 3 to 6 months worst case scenario. Oh no.
Yeah, so Chris says debunk the myths, show everyone not much has changed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree, Lou. I think everyone would love it. Yeah, and I think it's great. Everyone loves it. You should,
okay,
definitely.
Thanks. I will do that. When it comes out, you can be like, I had a say in this one, because I've been thinking about it for a while. Just when I see these things I said, and I'm like, oh gosh.
Yeah.
We didn't know any better. Like I genuinely thought 3 months. Well, they did it initially for 2 months, and I thought 3 months.
Yeah. And how would you? Yeah, I think it would be like, and then it would go. Ooh.
Yeah, I don't think I would want to know. If I could have known how long it would be, I don't think I would want to know, because I think how am I going to fill a year content and stuff?
Are you surprised at how quickly it's gone? I cannot believe it's been a year.
It feels like forever, but also it just feels like life at the same time, but also no time.
I know, and it's like, it's so weird. And
I can't imagine
this time last year, and we were all so like deer in headlights.
Oh, scary, yeah.
Their hair was growing long, and now we're like not really bothered. You know, both of us. Both of us go
now. But yeah, I can't imagine like what was on the news. I guess it was Brexit before this, but like we're just so used to it now. I'm used to refreshing the vaccine calculator and looking at the COVID graph.
Yeah. I think you'll be vaccinated sooner than you think. I
hope so. I hope they do it, because they've done it 45 plus. I hope they do 25 plus, so at least I get ahead of the people who are 20 25. Then I'm not lost.
Yeah, I mean, so do you know what show I like that you do is I maybe shouldn't say this on it, but it's the one where you shout out the haters, if you like.
Oh yeah. So I did this just really casually. I did it for a fundraising live stream. I had about less than a day to make it. So I literally just looked through my messages from the last week. I look at it now, they're so tame. There's nothing that bad in there compared to what before. Wow. I don't know if I want to update it one day or not. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that was so funny. It was put together so quickly, and it's one of those videos that I still get comments on all the time. So
yeah. Well, I think it's great because it's so easy to put a silly negative comment, when you're behind your computer, and some of them are a bit nasty, and that's the only way to do it. And I'm actually looking forward to my first bad comment.
Are you?
Because when I get my first bad comment, it means that
it is a good sign.
People, so I haven't had one yet. So if you're watching this out there, the trolls,
it is a good sign that you go in the right direction. It's when you get the people who hate cruising that you know that your channel, like YouTube, is trying to show it to people who hate cruising. Then made it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. What? There's people out there who hate cruising.
Really? They hate it so much. They hate me. They think I'm the worst thing in the world because I would talk about cruising. They hate it. The people who say someone said the other day, I'd prefer to eat my own liver than go on a cruise. And I thought, that's oddly specific. But why would you click on a that's about cruising then? And why would you watch it and then take the time to comment? Do something else.
Oh, that is so that is so bizarre.
It is very bizarre.
That is really bizarre. So I've got a weird question for you. Would you ever consider going on a land holiday?
Yes, I really want to now.
Yeah.
I think because it's going to be different for me cruising again. When I last cruise, I had maybe 7,000 YouTube subscribers, and even then people would stop me and stuff. And to go on there with 55, like, I want to be nice to everybody and stuff, but it would be nice to be able to like kind of turn off a bit. So I kind of want to do, I haven't, since I started this, taken any kind of, I'd like to go for a week to Tenerife or something and just like sit. At some point probably will. But yeah.
But how would you switch off? I mean, that's gonna be hard for you, I think.
I would have to physically leave my phone. Like, maybe leave this one at home.
Like this. Oh.
Yeah, it'd be really tricky, but I think I probably
need it.
But yeah, but I just, because before it's always been, you know, make the most out of your annual leave, a cruise, or it's a cruise event. And I was really pushing the annual leave, like I was making up overtime to do more trips and stuff. And now I guess I could take a week actually off, maybe. But yeah.
Yeah.
I think I get so bored, maybe, though, like a place that didn't move. My dad, when he says another road trip. Yeah, so we've done a few American road trips. My mum down there, American road trip. Yeah, that would be nice, because that's not for so long.
Or something like that. I love going to America. It's a great place. Love it.
Me too, but I wouldn't want to drive there. That's why I like to go with my parents there. They still like to take. If I go to America without them, then I will not drive. It's scary.
Is it? Oh, I think it's easy. It's just, well, the cities are crazy, but
that's huge.
You just keep going. You can like just kick back. But yeah, no, I guess it would. Yeah, it would be scary at first. But so you have quit work, your full-time job, about a month ago. So I want to know, how's it been? How's this been? Now you're full-time Emma Cruises.
It's been absolutely amazing. Sometimes I still wake up and I think like, and then I'm like, wait, no, there's no like 9 a.m. Zoom or anything waiting for me. It's my own, you know, I can write the post about the Titanic. I can make a video about Cunard. It's so unbelievably good. And things seem to be going really well, which I'm taking as a sign from the universe. You know, YouTube's really pushed my stuff in the last month. I think I had more views in the last month than the first couple of years, for sure. So it's like, I'm treating this as a sign. Something's good. It's good timing. Fingers crossed it carries on and does well. But yeah, just the freedom to, like, when cruise news comes out at 2 p.m, I can make a video about it. I can make a YouTube short. I don't have to wait till 5 p.m. And then by that time, who knows? It's so good. So good.
Yeah, well, you've done amazing. I mean, I admire you so much. You were putting out so much good content, even when you were working full time, and now it's even better. It's fantastic. So, what's the dream then for the future? So, what do you're growing. You're a true cruise influencer. You're an award-winning blogger. You've got your YouTube channel. What's the future? What's next?
You know, I don't know, because I never even planned to get to this point. Like, I didn't know that this was a thing. And every time I do something, I'm like, I didn't even know that was an option for me. So I'm just trying to stay open to, you know, opportunities and do as much as I can, see as much as I can, and just make it up as I go along. I think I don't really have a plan, because it won't go to plan. So I'm just carry on, cruise as soon as I can, and then see where it takes me, I guess.
It's so exciting. I mean, I just think it's great. I think that a lot of your content as well is very honest. You know, something's not great, you do report on it. You really do have we the cruisers interest at heart, and you know, I know a lot of people can say, oh, you know, that the cruise line's invited you, so of course you've got to write a good. But I think you're very honest. You know,
Yeah.
you're not being negative. You're just saying, look, I'm not so sure this is great, and you're right. Yeah.
Well, at the end of the day, it's my reputation on the line. If I wouldn't say genuinely to someone, yes, do this, this will work for you, then if they went and hated it, it's me that said it. You know what I mean? So, just if you're not honest, then there's nothing else. There's no point saying anything, I don't think. But yeah, I try to always say, like, oh, I don't like the 3-hour dinners on Costa. I have no interest in that dancing in the dining room, and but people absolutely love that. Or, you know, I have no interest in this, but you know, there's always someone who likes everything. So it's just finding the right cruise for the right person.
Yeah,
and I'll try anything. So I've literally cruised from Costa Cruises, £30 a night, up to Viking Cruises, £400 a night. So yeah, as long as the price matches the thing, I have no problems. If it's clean, I'm not hungry, like that's kind of my baseline. So yeah, try everything once, I think.
No, I agree. And I've got, I'm going to put you on the spot now.
Okay.
What's your favorite cruise line?
Depends who I'm going with, I think. If I'm taking a cruise with my boyfriend, he doesn't really like formal dress codes and stuff, so we would do Norwegian, Royal Caribbean, maybe. If I'm cruising with my parents, they're big Princess fans. I like Morella quite a lot too, but also I
love Morella. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never found a cruise that didn't like.
Does what it says on the tin. Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, I feel like if I had infinite money, I'd live on a Viking ship. I know Lou in the comments here loves Viking, and if I had the infinite amount of money, just answer that with Viking in the end. But it depends who I'm going with, really, because I want everyone else to like it as well. And it's not much stuff. My parents, my dad down there says Viking with your parents. I've never cruised with Viking with my parents, but I've been chatting about it for years and years and years. That's the end goal, actually. Let's go back to that last question. My goal is to take my parents on a Viking cruise. That's like top tier. So.
Yeah. Well, Viking Venus, and I'm quite surprised at all the new ships that are coming to the UK. The brand new Viking ship, the brand new, Virgin. What about Virgin?
Yeah, so many.
Have you seen? So that's interesting. So you have a great video about your ship review of the Scarlet Lady, and if anyone's watching this, if you haven't seen that, you should go see it. What do you think's happening with Lady Valiant Lady?
Well, as far as I can tell, they're exactly the same. All of the ships from Virgin, and they've copy and pasted exactly the same thing. I think what's interesting, though, is the prices now that they're charging for Virgin are half of what they were originally planning. And a lot of my issues with Virgin was I don't know who's going to pay this price for this thing. I just don't get it. Whereas now it's kind of equivalent to a Royal Caribbean or a Norwegian. It's a quirky alternative. So I'm, Lou says Virgin reduced their prices because of Emma. I don't think they did.
I think they did. I agree with you, Lou. I totally think they did.
I don't think, but I think now it's a quirky alternative to the other cruise lines. So give it a go.
Yeah, but do you think? I just want to say hi to Cruise with Amber. Hey, how are you? But do you think they've made any changes because there was the pool, the size of the pool? What do you think?
I haven't heard of anything. I don't think it would be hard for them to add 4,000 bedside tables, something like that. The pool's kind of harder to change. Fair enough, and it does look better when it's all set up. I just want real people to get on there. I kind of want the Americans to get on there rather than us from the UK. I think we're a bit more reserved here. Some of the Americans, what they think about it, but it'll get over there at some point, and we'll see.
And it's a shame. It's such a shame. There was so much hype for that. Such bad cruise line. Such bad time for that cruise line. No, I mean, I would personally would love to go on Virgin. I took a look at it when it was in Liverpool, and I was blown away. Just so different. I just love these cruise lines that are so different. Viking's so different. Virgin, all the V's. Virgin. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're at the top of the hour, would you believe? I know. I could keep talking, honestly. But everyone, thank you so much for your comments. I'm really sorry that we didn't bring all of them up, and I can see a lot of people having private conversations, so that's fine. We encourage that. But Emma, will you come back again?
Of course I will. You know where I am. I don't go very far these days.
I do. Everyone's saying, fast hour. This went by really quick.
I mean, hopefully I'll be able to report on a cruise or something next
that'd be so cool.
That would be so cool.
I know. I love that. Well, I really look forward to May. I'm not booked on anything yet. I'm waiting to see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to get abroad, but I'm like you. I'm not really sure.
Yeah. Well, there's no rush really.
Yeah. But listen, you look after yourself. Have a fantastic weekend. Thank you so much for your time. It's been so much fun. Thank you everyone for watching, and please check out Emma's YouTube channel, watch all her videos, and Facebook, Instagram, her website
everywhere. Thank you. Well, thanks for having me. This has been fun.
Pleasure, absolute pleasure. Have a great weekend, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.